For years, my life felt like it has only two modes, either studying and working, or recovering from studying and working. Whether I was grinding through classes and assignments, or putting in long hours at the office, I'd come home completely drained, and before I knew it, it was time to sleep and do it all over again. But I had these dreams. I wanted to launch an online business, stay connected with my family and friends, and actually make it to the gym consistently. The problem was my evenings kept disappearing, and I had no idea where they were going. After hitting a breaking point, I discovered 5 strategies that completely changed how I spent my time after work. These aren't just productivity hacks. They're the exact methods that helped me stop wasting my evenings and start using them for what genuinely mattered to me. So let's dive into these 5 changing game solutions. Separate your actions from your feelings. The second biggest breakthrough I had was learning to disconnect what I do from how I feel in the moment. For most of us, these two things are completely linked. We let emotions dictate our actions without even realizing it. Had a rough day? Spend the entire evening watching YouTube. Feeling exhausted? Everything gets postponed until tomorrow. Stressed out from meetings? Well, I guess nothing important is happening tonight. But here's what changed everything for me. What if I could acknowledge how I'm feeling without letting it control what I do next? Instead of thinking, I'm exhausted, so I can't work on my business tonight, I started telling myself, I'm exhausted, and I'm going to work on it while I'm exhausted. Or I'm exhausted, and I can rest properly this weekend after I make some progress. Here's the thing, you've already proven you can do this. Think about all those times you dragged yourself to the gym when you didn't really want to go, or those days at work when you were completely burned out but still pushed through the important deadline. You already have a proof that your feelings don't have to dictate your actions. Every time you take action, despite how you feel, you're building evidence. Evidence that exhaustion doesn't have to stop you. Evidence that stress doesn't have to paralyze you. And the more evidence you collect, the easier it becomes. Your evenings doesn't have to be controlled by your mood. You can be tired and still productive. You can be stressed and still move forward. It's not about waiting to feel motivated. It's about taking action, regardless of how you feel. Balance your life categories. This next strategy completely changed how I looked at my time and energy. Everything in our lives falls into 3 categories: fundamentals, fun, and purpose, and future. Let me explain this with money first, because it's easier to visualize. When you look at your bank account, some money goes to fundamentals, your rent, groceries, utilities, all the basic necessities. Some goes to fun, restaurant, entertainment, vacations, hobbies, and some should go to your future, savings, investment, skill development. The problem most people face is that their fundamental expenses eat up so much money that there is barely anything left for fun or future investments. Now here's what blew my mind. Your time and energy work exactly the same way. Your fundamental time is all the maintenance stuff, laundry, emails, cleaning, cooking, paying bills, all the things that just keep your life running. Your fun time is hanging out with friends, pursuing hobbies, relaxing, and your future time is things like learning new skills, working on a side project, or advancing your career. Just like with money, most people let their fundamentals consume a massive amount of their time. You're doing laundry on Monday, grocery shopping on Tuesday, cleaning on Wednesday, meal prepping on Thursday. Before you know it, your entire week is gone just maintaining your life. While you can't eliminate these tasks completely, you absolutely can optimize them. And this was one of the most effective ways I freed up evening time. I started something called batch processing. Every Saturday morning, I dedicate 3 focused hours to handle all my household tasks at once. I plan my outfit for the entire week, do all my laundry, clean the whole apartment, and handle any administrative task. Yes, it's an intense few hours, but it completely frees up my weeknights. I also start meal prepping in Saturday afternoons. I spend about 2.5 hours preparing dinners for the week, which saves me at least 7 hours that I would have spent cooking every single night. Think about what you could do with an extra 6 or 7 hours each week. That's time you can invest in your fun activities or your future goals. Every minute you save from fundamental maintenance is a minute you can redirect to what actually matters to you. The key is to stop letting your life maintenance spread across your entire week. Contain it, batch it, and reclaim your evenings. Change where you go first. Here's a pattern you need to recognize in your own life. The moment you walk through your door after work and drop onto that couch, your evening is basically over. This was my default for literally years. I'd come home, toss my bag aside, sink into the couch cushions like they were quicksand, and tell myself just 5 minutes to decompress. 3 hours later, I'd still be there, 5 episodes deep into whatever Netflix auto-played next. There is actually research backing this up. Studies show, even though we think we're making conscious choices throughout our day, most of our repeated behaviors are actually triggered by our everyday environment. Our surroundings skew our actions more than we realize. I had this revelation one evening when I'd scheduled a yoga class at 7:30 p.m. Finished everything at work and could have left at 5:30, but wasn't enough time to go home and and then head to the class. So I stayed at the office, opened my laptop, and started working on my side project. In those 2 hours, I accomplished more than I had in 3 weeks of planning to work on it after getting home. That's when it hit me. Don't try to fight the couch gravitational pull. Just avoid it entirely. Now my approach is completely different. I pack my gym bag in the morning, and after work, I go straight to my workout. No stopping at home first. If I need to work on my business, I head directly to a coffee shop with my laptop right after leaving the office. Strategy is simple. Intercept yourself before you reach that environment that triggers your evening wasting routine. By changing where you go immediately after work, you change what you do with your entire evening. It sounds almost too simple, but it works. Your couch will still be there later, but if you let it catch you first, everything else you wanted to do won't happen. Leverage your morning hours. I know we're focusing on evenings, but this might be the most underrated insight on this entire list. Your morning hours are significantly more valuable than your evening hours. Think about a typical evening when you're trying to be productive. Your phone is buzzing with notifications. Friends are texting about weekend plans. Instagram is lighting up with everyone's posts. Plus, your brain has already been making decisions all day. It's essentially running on reserve battery power. Now compare that to 6 or 6:30 in the morning. Nobody's texting you yet. Your email inbox is quiet. Social media is still asleep. It's just pure, interrupted focus time, and your brain is fresh and fully charged. When I shift my side projects from evenings to early mornings, the results were dramatic. What used to take me 2 hours of fighting distraction in the evening now took just 45 minutes in the morning with complete focus. We all get the same 24 hours. But here's the secret. Not all hours are equal in value. That evening hour when you're forcing yourself to concentrate through exhaustion might only be worth about 25 minutes of fresh morning brain time. So don't just rely on optimizing your after work evenings. Yes, there will be days when evening commitments make it impossible to work on your goals. But morning time, that's sacred time when the world is still quiet and your mind is its sharpest. Protect those morning hours and use them strategically. They might just be the most productive hours of your entire day. Strategy number 5. Take care of your foundation. This last one is fundamental, and I mean that literally. You need to take care of yourself. You simply will not have the energy, motivation, or discipline to be productive after a full 9 or 10-hour workday. If you're not looking after your body and mind, when you're eating poorly, skipping exercise, or neglecting your health, you're operating below your maximum capacity. It affects everything: your productivity, your mood, your motivation. I can tell you this from hard experience. For about 3 years, I was barely sleeping, maybe 4 or 5 hours at night. I was running on caffeine and willpower, constantly feeling drained and foggy. And here's what I learned. When you're trying to pursue meaningful goals at the end of a long day, it's definitely easier when you're happy, healthy, well rested, and energized. So what does this actually looks like in practice? It means exercising regularly, as much as your schedule allows. It means how to eat properly and fuel your body with actual nutrition. It means prioritizing 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. It means drinking enough water throughout the day. It means limiting your screen time, especially before bed. It means taking your mental health seriously and doing what you need to do to protect it. Here's the thing. You won't realize how far your peak potential you're currently operating until you actually start taking care of yourself properly. This isn't something I can convince you with words. It's something you have to experience for yourself. When you respect your foundation and treat your mind and body well, everything else becomes easier. The motivation shows up more naturally. The discipline feels less forced. The energy is actually there when you need it. Your evenings are only as productive as your foundation is strong. Take care of yourself first, and everything else falls into place. So those are the 5 strategies that helped me stop wasting my evening. Separating my actions from my feelings, optimizing my life categories, changing my first distinction after work, using my best morning hours, and respecting my foundation. These aren't just productivity tips. They're the exact methods that gave me back control over my time outside my work. They helped me launch my business, stay consistent with fitness, maintain my relationships, and actually enjoy my life instead of just surviving it. Your evenings are yours. They're the hours where you get to build the life you actually want, not just maintain the one you have. Stop letting them disappear into the void. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.